Welcome to John Gamble Stadium for Mountaineers pregame show as we get ready for the kickoff between the Cougars of Asheville and your own Kings Mountain Mountaineers. I'm Drew Fulton, along with Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short, Jeff Johnson, and a host of other individuals. Guys, we had a little lightning delay, which got us started just a little bit late, but I'm ready for some Mountaineer football.
Ready to roll.
Let's look quickly at both teams. The Mountaineers are coming off a good win over Shelby team, 28-26. Littlejohn throws for over 200 yards and 4 TDs. He completed over about 70% of his passes. Here's the big stat I liked. He threw 4 TDs, he threw 4 touchdowns, gentlemen, to 4 different receivers, and that's the kind of stat that I look forward to.
What I love about you is say, it seemed like he had ice in his veins. First game here, playing that type of environment in Shelby, and knowing what acted in that game, just his confidence and being cool and calm under pressure.
2 things I'll say. I was not shocked at all that he was that way. He was on the line, stepped up and he was supposed to. He is a leader on this team. This team is full of leaders. He is one of them. And I will also say this, and I mean this with all sincerity, because if you ever met his daddy, I heard he's a pretty cool dude. That's what was able to happen. I mean, you know, sometimes it comes from brothers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coach Roy talked about he was wanting to see how these young people perform in a big environment. And that was a huge environment.
Although they came out passing the ball, maybe possibly to throw Shelby off, they went back to the run-first mentality. We ran the ball 36 times, passed for 20. Do you think that's really what confused Shelby in the first half? Were they looking for the run first off?
I think they were, and I think they were setting it up. But like I said last week during the game, I thought Greg called a very good game. It was very balanced. He was able to really kind of do what he wanted to do. And I don't mean that to side or south and Shelby. They were executing well on defense, just as we were on offense. But I think that it set up well for him what he was calling.
I do believe that Will Banks just got out-coached.
I don't doubt you. I agree with you. In that game, I do, because something that looked like to me that, I mean, it was one of those nights where you guys, one of those nights where what we were promised was what they were putting in front of us, we were able to execute against. I think that flew on both sides.
And also, like I said, they only had 2 long sustained drives, right, for touchdowns, right? The other 2, they had no excuses, but finding out from the coaches that we had some main players, we saw was kind of and we had to put some main players in there. One, they made a great deflection of the ball. I think it was Ken, number 17. But really, the other 2 scores just didn't help us.
One, if you remember, was off the short field, shorter field, we did a boot kick, and we didn't make it score. So, yeah, I will say that also was one time where we intercepted the ball right in the open last night. So, it's a buck. I know.
Lamont, let's talk about one of your favorites. I believe the defense was sparked by Curtis Simpson. He was out there, sacked the quarterback 3 times, 6 tackles, another 3 for loss. The defense did a great job. And, you know, of course, the 2 big stops for the defense with the extra points. But Curtis Simpson, he was all around the field. He's going to be, if not already, a very dangerous individual.
It's no longer not a thing in this area.
No.
But Curtis Simpson, look out.
Gentlemen, let's take a break real quick. We'll get back. We don't have live footage of the cameras. We've got them covered up for rain delay. We've not even rained here on the field, but there was some lightning earlier and just across the air. We'll talk about Asheville as we come back with more Mountaineer pregame right after this.
Welcome to the Mountaineer Football Pregame Show with Drew Fulton, Lamont Littlejohn, and Craig Short. Brought to you by the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club and KMHS Sports. The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Jolly Realty, Innovative Pools,
Back here live at John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton along with you with the rest of the broadcast team. Yeah, I've said it 100 times tonight. Technology and me have not been friends with each other, but I think we've got the volume worked out so you can hear all of us.
Sounds good.
Let's talk about Asheville. Asheville coming off a great win of themselves. Their home opener, Robbinsville, 26-14. The Cougars are led by freshman quarterback Meek Slidell. He was 14 of 21, 197 yards, 1 TD last week. Here's the big $100 question. Is the freshman quarterback going to be able to stay calm and composed with this Mountaineer defense in his face all night long? I watched the game film. I didn't see Robbinsville give the kind of defensive front as they're going to see here tonight.
No, as we watched film and watched huddle, Craig, what I saw was that, Robbinsville, not to take anything away from, I know everybody suits up to win and play their best, but they're not the caliber team that we have. And I think this freshman, not to take anything away from him, because what I saw is that he didn't play like a freshman. He was poised in the pocket. But I think when you have A.J. Richardson, Curtis Simpson, and company coming at you constantly, because you got to understand, the way we pressured Dalen Lee, who's one of the top quarterbacks in the state of North Carolina, I think he's going to get a wake-up call tonight. But we cannot take this team easy.
No, a couple things I'll say to go with what you guys are saying. I agree with what you both said. I know that the pressure will be more than what he saw last week. But I'm watching this kid warm up. I know the fans can't see him because we're still covered up because of the storm. He throws a good ball. Now, There's no pressure on him right now. He's got some good-looking receivers. I know that if he's starting at a 4A high school that is perennial power, he must be the real deal. And I will tell you this, you can guarantee that even though they didn't see the pressure from Robbinsville, they have prepared very well for what they think we're going to throw at them. This will be a formidable test. But I will say we probably have an advantage there because he's not seen that.
Right, I agree.
But we'll see how he performs under pressure because I can promise you we're going to send it.
Yeah. When I seen the freshman quarterback, I was thinking, well, the quarterback we faced last year was not a senior.
No,
I believe he was a junior.
Yeah.
Turns out that a Christian school recruited him, and he left Asheville.
Yeah.
And he's playing for a private school now.
Yeah, he's playing, and he also reclassed. And remember, he was a dual threat. I think he had one long run against us, Drew, and then we pretty much held him in check. And then, of course, he ended up unfortunately getting hurt. I think he twisted his ankle or something that night.
Yeah, and I was obviously up there watching it too, and I hate to see any young man ever get hurt.
Right.
It was a big blow to them because they were having some success. But I don't know if you guys remember, and I don't want to try to rehash too many things about an old game. I remember that game as well in the sense of we moved the ball very, very well. We missed some opportunities to score early.
Yeah.
And they did a good job adjusting to keep us from scoring.
Yep.
But we easily could have had 21, 28 points in that game.
Yeah, we had some botched snaps. And remember, that was the second game coming off a huge blowout. Shelby really handled us well.
Yes.
But we were still trying to find our identity.
I agree.
So you're right, Craig. We could have easily had 2 more scores or 3 more scores. I think Coach Lord said that could have been a 35-point game.
I agree.
Guys, let's take a quick break. We'll come back with some keys for victory for the Mountaineers, and we'll have more of the pregame show right after this.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Jolly Realty, Innovative Pools,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton, Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short, Jeff Johnson somewhere getting a bite to eat, I believe, getting ready for the kickoff here. Guys, let's talk about the keys for victory for the Mountaineers tonight. Let's start offensively, Lamont. What does Kings Mountain need to do to go to 2-0 in the season?
I think we just need to play like we played last week, take it up another level. I really love the balanced attack. I think Coach Lord will stay there. And our offensive line, y'all, we didn't talk much about those big guys up front, but they did a heck of a job. And I just believe if we stay poised, and again, no turnovers, and I think we should be able to move the ball pretty easily. Again, I'm not taking anything away from this athletic Asheville defense, but we play our game, I think we'll do well.
I do want to say really quickly, we were talking a lot about, well, not a lot, but we mentioned a couple times about some of the snaps last week and it messing up our timing. What I found out afterwards and looking at the film and talking to Gabriel and a couple other folks at Coach Lloyd, they were asking our center to cut block several times, which messed up his timing a little bit. To know that young man did that and still played the game he did, so shout out to him and to how hard he played. But I agree with everything you just said. I want to make sure I corrected that because we didn't give him a hard time, of course. We would never do that, but I wanted to make sure we were clear on what we were seeing and what we said.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Well, let's talk about defensively. Craig, what does the Mountaineer defense have to do?
Well, I think it's what we said a moment ago. I think they've got to get pressure on the young quarterback. I would say, going into it, that's what they're thinking, knowing that it could rattle him to see what he does. Our front seven's got to play very well. Asheville's athletic. We've got to be able to cover the pass because that's what they're going to try to stretch the field on us with. I don't think they feel like they can line up and just mash us and run on us that well. So we're probably going to see them spread it out a little bit and try to hit us in some areas that would open the field for them. So defensively, we've just got to keep the ball in front of us. We've got to play our technique and control the line of scrimmage as best we can.
Right.
All right, gentlemen, let's talk about the history of this game. This will be the fourth meeting between these two schools. As we remember last year's hard-fought victory, 14-0 at Asheville. I had never been to Asheville High School, but wow, what a campus!
Yeah,
what a campus!
Yeah, it's immaculate. Even the baseball.
I felt like and there is, if I'm not mistaken, there is a portion of a college there too. But it reminded me of a college setting.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
We played the Cougars in the Mountaineer Great Season of 1998 under Ron Massey. We met Asheville right here at this stadium. In the second round of the playoffs, we won 21-13. That game was also here, and we had to come behind to win that game. The first time that we played the Cougars was in 1926. The game ended in a 0-0 tie.
Wow.
So we are 2-0-1 against the Asheville Cougars.
Was that here or there?
I do not know.
I wonder if it was over at Shoe Carl.
I can't remember. I remember going to that game. Guys, let's take a break. We'll come back with a quick coach's interview, and we've got more of the Mountaineer pregame show about 36 minutes before kickoff here on Mountaineer Sports. We'll be right back right after this.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Jolly Realty, Innovative Pools,
As always, it is a pleasure being here with you.
That's great.
You make the interviews easy. We're going to look ahead to this Friday. We have our first home game here at John Gamble Stadium this Friday night at 7:30. And, of course, we'll have the broadcast here on YouTube, KMHS Sports. And so for those of you who can make it out to the stadium, we want you to be here Friday night. But, of course, some of you that are out of town, some of you are not able to be, you'll be able to join our broadcast this Friday night with the whole crew, with Craig Short, Drew Fulton, Lamont Littlejohn, and myself on the sideline. Look forward to seeing you Friday night. Coach, let's talk about Asheville a little bit. Asheville, like the Mountaineers, coming off a win in their opening game. They beat Robbinsville. It was a tight game as well, 26-14. And looking at the stats of that game, in many ways, it seemed like they were outplayed in some facets of the game, but they came away with a win. It seems like they've got a pretty active defense, but their offense got a freshman quarterback that can play. So as you prepare for Asheville Friday night, give our fans a little bit of, I guess, what you're looking for and what we should expect Friday night.
Well, you're gonna see a good 4A football team come down here from Asheville. They're pretty solid both sides of the ball. They do have a young quarterback, but he throws the ball well. So we need to rattle him a little bit, get some pressure on him. But he's a good player. They've got good size and they've got good skill players. They've got an excellent safety. He's probably one of the better players you'll see all year. He wears number 4, and then when they go to Wildcat quarterback, he goes to their quarterback. So he's a good player. I do think we have the advantage a little bit in the kicking game, so hopefully that'll work well for us. But it's a good football team coming in here. Like we said all along, our first 3 non-conference games are very tough with Shelby, Asheville, and Burns. But it's good. I'm glad we're playing a good team. And like I said, it's the only 4A team on our schedule, so we're going to have to be ready to play, and I believe our guys will be.
Well, Mountaineer fans, you should remember last year we traveled to Asheville, and that was really a defensive struggle for much of that game. And Mountaineers came away with the victory in that early game of last season. Coach, this question was shared to me by Kevin Osborne from the Y, who shares some good questions for me, for you. He asked about when you face non-conference opponents, and typically it's early in the season before we get into conference play, do you prepare your team any differently than conference? How is your coaching staff face a non-conference opponent? Are there anything different in your planning?
Not really, because these games are important because these matter in your power rating. And the conference games are more important per se based on how you finish.
Right.
But you have a power rating on all 10 of your games. So all 10 games matter. And in these games, we are looking for some guys to step up, maybe can help us later, maybe some young guys, but we're definitely trying. We're doing everything we can to win the game, and we only get 10 of these, so they're all critical, and we have to treat them as such. And these 3 non-conference games are really tough. They'll be like playoff teams you're playing, so we have to put our best foot forward to put ourselves in a spot to win.
Well, Kevin, thank you for that question. I know that these early games really set the tone, preparing you for conference, which is going to be tough this season. Asheville here at home, John Gamble Stadium, Friday night at 7:30. Of course, if you tune in by the broadcast, you can tune in early. I believe that is 6:30 p.m. for the pregame, and then kickoff will be at 7:30. So join us on the broadcast, or definitely Mountaineer fans, you need to get here at John Gamble Stadium and support your Mountaineers this week as we face a tough Asheville team coming in. Any other thoughts about Asheville? It seems like you mentioned their secondary. They had 2 interceptions. They had 7 sacks, put some pressure. I do know that you look for the team to really look like they did Friday night against Shelby and build off that.
Yeah, we're going to. Yeah, it's a great opportunity for us to build on something. Going to Shelby and winning week 1. That's a shot in the arm for us, and we ought to use that as a springboard. And
Absolutely.
This is our first home game, first opportunity to get out here in front of our fans and play, and we expect to play well. And we love playing here at home, playing on the turf, and it's a big deal for us, and we'll be ready to go.
Well, Mountaineer fans, be here, come early, buy an extra hot dog, buy some burgers. All that stuff goes to support the Mountaineer program in Kings Mountain High School.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Jolly Realty, Innovative Pools,
All right, we're back here, guys, back at John Gamble Stadium. Lamont and I are on the mic. Drew is working on something else right quick. Lamont, Drew said he wants us to go ahead and talk about tonight's games. Let's look at the ones in the area. So let's start with you and I'll do our predictions.
Okay.
We've got a great rivalry starting off Crest at Burns. What do we think about that one?
Well, I think, Burns' athleticism is going to surprise a lot. I believe, Crest is, again, we got a new coach. We got a lot of energy going over there. But we can't miss that, Crest do have a young line. And I'm not sure the second game of the season, maybe the seventh game of the season will be different.
Yeah.
What concerns me, however, Craig, is Burns depth.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot. They have great 5, 6, 7 skill players.
Yeah.
But all 6 and 7 are going both ways.
Yeah, I agree.
So when you get to the fourth quarter, the whole thing, can Crest score or have sustaining drives, wear down that defense?
Yeah.
And can Burns contain Green?
Right.
And I believe if Burns contains Green and don't get wore out on both sides, I think it's a Burns victory tonight.
I think they can win for sure. I do. And I
don't think it's going to be a blowout.
No, and I'll say this. Obviously Crest is going to see a team unlike what they saw against Freedom last week.
Right.
I know Burns is much better, I would say.
Right.
I'll just put it this way. I won't be shocked at whoever wins this game.
Exactly.
I know that's an easy way out.
It's
but
Cleveland County.
It is.
It's hard to pick this game.
Yeah.
It's really a coin toss, coin flip.
I agree.
And so it's really began to looking at that.
Let's go with T.C. Roberson at Ashbrook. I'm going to go with the Green Wave in this one. I'm going to ride the Wave. They had a big victory last week.
I think the Wave has got some momentum going.
I do too.
I go with the Wave as well.
A.C. Reynolds at Shelby. Now, that's an interesting game right there now.
It's going to be a tough game.
I think so.
It's going to be tough because AC, Shelby struggled with them last year.
Yes.
It came down to, I think, an interception.
Yes.
A.C. Reynolds was going down in their side of the red zone to score.
Yes.
And I think Santana Hopper, who's now playing at Appalachian State, came up with a big play and stopped the drive, and they won in the fourth quarter.
And I don't know how good AC is this year.
Right.
I know they're 1-0, but I know how traditionally they are. That's going to be an interesting game.
Right, exactly.
You going with the Golden Lions?
I am.
I'm going with Golden Lions. Forest View at East Lincoln. I'm going Mustangs. I think Forest View's not. I won't say they're struggling, but they're down a little bit this year.
I'm going to say they're struggling.
Yeah. Okay.
They're young.
They are.
They're young. And the reason why I say that, and I know you can't say anything about, you can't compare 7-on-7.
Right.
But we played them on 7-on-7.
Yeah.
And we basically played our JV players against their varsity.
Yeah. So we're going.
But I think they're a year or two away.
We're going with the Mustangs.
Yeah.
What did I miss, fellas?
So far we've got a coin toss with Crest and Burns. We've gone with Ashbrook over T.C. Roberson. We've gone with Shelby over AC, even though we know it'll be a tough battle. And then we've gone East Lincoln over Forest View. All right, our next one, Black Friday, Lamont.
Yep.
Black Friday over in Belmont. The Warriors of East Gaston are coming in to play South Point.
Yeah, I don't think the Warriors have enough. I've got to go with South Point.
I coached at East Gaston many years, and there's a soft place in my heart for them. There is. I swear there is. But
can they stop that red bone?
I just don't think they can. They are feeling confident. They're coming in 1-0, but South Point's going to get them.
Right.
North Lincoln at Lincolnton. I think the Wolves are going to get this one tonight.
I do too. And again,
one of them's going to get their first victory.
Exactly.
South Point did not blow out Lincoln. I think Lincoln is a much improved ball club.
And I think Lincoln's athleticism is probably going to get North Lincoln tonight.
Right.
That's my prediction.
Right.
RS Central at West Caldwell. I'm going Hilltoppers.
Yeah. Me as well.
Highland Tech at Hickory Grove.
I got to go Hickory Grove.
I do too. I bless Highland Tech's heart. I don't know.
Right.
North Gaston, the Wildcats are traveling up to Alexander County and playing Alexander Central.
That might be a running clock.
I was going to say this is going to get ugly.
That might be a running clock.
Central beat Hickory last week.
Oh, yeah.
Hickory was supposed to be, and maybe still will be, a better team in the 3A bracket.
Right.
And Alexander Central had an easy victory.
Yeah.
The Wildcats, I'm afraid, will be 0-2 after tonight.
Yep.
High Brighton at Hunter Huss.
I got to go with High Brighton. I think Hunter Huss, because of the numbers, I think they may not even have 20 players on the varsity. And they may have, the rumor is, they may have to, I think they do have a JV, but they may have to scrap the JV program to make really the varsity.
It's hard to believe in that program
has
gone
within
that well.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah, quickly.
Because remember the 2019 squad where we went 7 overtimes with Catholic.
Yes.
That senior class, and again, that's what it was. That senior class from Hunters, they beat us over there.
They did. That was tough. I was watching that game on our streaming back then.
Yeah.
East Rutherford at Tuscola. I'm going with the Mountaineers.
I have to go with the Mountaineers as well. I believe that East Rutherford may be a year or two away because they had, rebuilding, getting a new environment, get parents involved, just getting the whole program built again.
Still playing with basically a JV team because that's what they played last year.
Exactly.
I think I've mentioned this before, and I keep meaning to talk to head coach about this. We have never played Tuscola. Never in football.
Never.
Mountaineers versus Mountaineers has never happened.
Now
we
Tuscola,
have played them
are they 3A?
Yes, they are.
They are 3A now. They were 2A, but they back up to 3A. So, We need to play them.
That's hard to
Mountaineers
believe.
versus Mountaineers. We couldn't go wrong.
Same,
go
same
wrong.
colors also. Cherryville at West Lincoln. I'm going with the Rebels.
Yep. I will too. And that may be, we both picked against Cherryville last week,
Cherryville.
right? And they handled business.
They beat
I don't know how that happened, but they did it.
They did it. They did it.
Blind squirrel mentality.
Right.
And our final game on the slate tonight, Stuart Kramer at Bessemer City.
Yeah, I got to go with Kramer.
I'm going with the Storm.
I just believe that what Coach is building over there at the city, as they call themselves now, Coach Short, what they're building at the city, I think they may be 1 or 2 years away. He has a young ball club, athletic ball club, but I just think Rockamore and company is going to be too much for him.
I agree. Stuart Kramer's one of those teams that's a little bit of an anomaly. To see how just what they give. I mean, it's going to be interesting, but I think they get the win tonight.
Right.
Well, the rumor is that Bessemer City has been having some issues in the locker rooms and behind the scenes too, which can cause a lot of distractions.
And it's going to take a year or two for Short to really, he got to come and clean house.
Yeah.
And so, Craig, am I correct, when you have the new coach have another mentality of how to build a program, knowing where he came from, Kings Mountain, it's probably going to take him 1 or 2 years to really clean out what they are used to and get the guys and the families and parents. That's key.
Yes.
I think the school system and the principal, I think they bought in because they know they made that hire.
Yes.
But I really believe once you get the kids and the parents bought into this new system, I think things will start changing.
I agree, and it is a major culture change there, and he's going to have some struggles at first.
Right.
But I can tell you, he's doing a lot of really good things.
He is.
I've seen, he's publicized it. He's putting it on social media, and you were right, Lamont. He does have the support of the administration.
He does.
And he's got good numbers. I mean, he's got a
he
lot of
does.
players out
He
there. I
does.
think they had barely 20-something players last year. And he's really gotten that drum back up. And there's some games on their schedule they can win. It's just going to be tough tonight.
It is.
Let's thank our sponsors here for the pregame. That's HSI Land Clearing and Development. They're available for grading, clearing, land erosion control. They're pretty much the best in Kings Mountain. That's HSI Land Clearing and Development. Quality Fence Solutions just down the road in Bessemer City, just like we were talking about. They can help you with all your fencing needs. Jolly Realty, whether it's downtown Kings Mountain or uptown Charlotte, let them help you buy or sell your home. And Innovative Pools of Kings Mountain, a new level of pools and spas. Matt Bailey can make your dreams and your backyard come true as far as pools and spas go. I just read that myself, so I need to change that wording a little bit. We'll be back with more of the pregame. We're about 20 minutes away from kickoff here with the Cougars and the Mountaineers. We'll be back right after this.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Jolly Realty, Innovative Pools,
Back here live at John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton with you in the Mountaineer pregame show as we get ready for the kickoff and all the festivities here at John Gamble. A lightning delay has kept us back just a little bit. No rain here, and it looks like Craig, you looked at the radar. It looks like it's going to miss us.
Yeah, I think it's going to split us like
yep.
it does almost always in Kings Mountain. Something about this little spot right here, it goes around us.
Yep.
Well, let's talk about the this week or the week 2 in the 3A West. Kings Mountain leads the way, number 1 ranked in the state. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, or does it really matter at this point in the season?
It really doesn't matter because just like preseason rankings, you got to play the games. I don't want us to really concentrate. We may see Dudley, we may not see Dudley, but we know what's in the 3A, bracket or side or west side. What our guys have to do, coaches and fans, we got to take it 1 week at a time and pray that we go 1-0. And whenever we play who we play them. And so, but I like the underdog mentality. But when you beat a team like Shelby, I think we put North Carolina on notice.
I agree, and to go to that back to both your points, the question and then what Lamont said, I agree with Lamont. You know, I think the pressure sometimes can get to you. So sometimes seeing that ranking and that kind of stuff, you feel like you've got a lot to live up to, and you know what you don't want is more undue pressure.
Right.
We did put them on notice. We did beat a really good team, a team that could possibly, if not potentially, win the state 2A championship.
Most definitely.
But I will say this. That's not enough. As
no,
you
it's
said,
not.
We've got to do it each week.
No,
and the other thing that comes with that is everybody that plays Kings Mountain realizes what comes with Kings Mountain, how good they are, how good they're supposed to be.
Right.
So you're going to get their best game each week.
And what I love about it, we was talking, my son and I was talking on Saturday, and of course talking about the Shelby game, and I said something about some comments on Facebook, and just to, just let him know what people were saying. He says, and right there he had his phone looking at the Asheville huddle and said, "Dad, that was last night."
Yeah.
I intentional. So he was in a chat message with all of the leaders.
Right.
And I saw something there.
I do. I have too.
And the fact that he says he didn't want to gloat in it, that was last night. Our mission is to be playing the last Saturday, last Friday, second Saturday in December. He says he was right there watching. I said, "What you watching?" He said, "The huddle on Asheville."
And I can tell you it's contagious because these older players, I've got a sophomore on this team, and he is saying the same things. So that means he's buying in. And when you've got everybody buying in and they're all in one direction, that's going to be a tough team to beat.
Can I ask you a question? I probably should not ask this. I'm knock on wood for asking it. We've got a tough. This is going to be a tough game tonight. Of course, we got to play Burns next week. I hate to look ahead, but we got to play Burns next week, and then we know our two big conference games that are coming
South
up.
Point and Crest, right?
So if and it's hard to go through a good non-conference schedule and some good opponents in your conference without taking a loss. If you take one, everybody says, well, that was good. They needed to take a loss that might help them focus and get back to. If you take a loss, is it better to take it late or early?
Well, I depending on the way
the
North Carolina High School
question,
Athletic Association, the loss we had against Crest, if we would have had that earlier, I think we would have had a better seeding in the playoffs. Based on the fact we lost that the week before we started, I think that hurt us. Why it gave us 11th seed, and so the whole thing is let's take care of business. We cannot overlook teams like Stuart Kramer. We cannot overlook Ashbrook and Forsyth. I mean, we can't overlook any given night. Any team can win, based on the game plan. But again, we have to stay focused and not look at people's. What would scare me is that you come into a Huss who's probably going to be 0-3, 0-4 when we play them. I want to see, are we still executing? Are we playing to that level? Right. Are we sloppy? And okay, we won the game because of our team versus their team. But I want to look at the execution. I don't throw records out the door. I want to see you execute, because if you struggle against those weak teams, then we're going to have struggles against tougher teams when we get down the line.
You are, and it goes back to what, I'm listening to everything you say, and I agree. And Drew, I have actually said, as a former coach, sometimes losing is not bad. Sometimes losing teaches you some things. But your question, when you asked it, that's why I've been silent. I've been thinking, I'm telling you, it's rough, because
it is.
You can get a loss early and you can rebound and you can use that as momentum, and you can drive and you can go. And then sometimes you can get a loss early and then go through and it be so soft that you get a loss early in the playoffs. Contrastly, you get a loss late. And, man, that may take some of the wind out of your sails. You may get some people banged up. I'm going to be honest, I don't really know that there's one good way or the other. I think a lot of things have to factor into it. I have seen teams lose late and rebound because of something that happened in the game or some type of momentum. Maybe they lost a kid or what have you. But then I've also seen teams do it. I can give you an example. In 2008, we had started out the season not the way we wanted, and right down here on this field, in the rain, we beat Parkwood. And the next week, we beat Shelby 21-0. And from that point on, we rolled, and we went all the way to the semifinals. So it depends on what happens in the scenarios that you have.
Was Mike Roberts the
Mike
quarterback?
was our quarterback,
Yep,
and
sure was.
I think of 15.
Yeah.
2015.
Because he got hurt in the semifinal. I mean, the game before the semifinal.
Right down here,
sure did.
People can't see
I
me.
remember
Right
that.
down here to my right, to
Yep.
the end zone where the Mountaineer
Yep.
is.
Yep.
Hurt his knee
Sure
on
did.
the first drive that we scored on.
Sure did.
Lost at Kannapolis.
I remember that.
But the same thing happened in 15.
Yep.
I mean, we lost some games early on, and then we made a run, went in as a 10 seed, beat Freedom in the second round, and went on and went to the semifinals and lost to South Point. So
right.
It's a great question,
right?
And I don't know that there's a good answer.
Let me bring one more thing up before we take our last sponsor break here in our pregame show. The only reason I mention this is it was already all over social media, so a lot of people know it. Coach Lloyd's son, COVID.
Yeah.
I heard he was doing well. They expect him to make a great recovery.
Right.
Enough said about that. How big, with a good team here tonight, how big is a loss not having him on the defense and offense?
Huge.
It's huge.
Lamont and I were talking about it off air.
Yeah.
It's and I'll let Lamont. I'm sorry I jumped in first. I'll let
you're
Lamont
good.
go next.
No,
it's going to make an impact. Now, what you think and what you hope. I mean, these young men. They're a good team. They're a solid team, as I spoke about. They are together. They've balled in. They're rowing in the same direction. They will rally and they will play hard for Jake. And I'm sure Jake's listening tonight. Love you, Jake.
Yep.
Seriously, love you like a son.
That's right.
I'm sad you're not here, but I know you're going to get better.
Yeah.
But he's going to be missed. And so what we're hoping is these young men will play even harder since number 4 is not out there tonight.
Yeah, he does the small things, whether it's on offense, whether it's on defense, and whether it's on special teams. And so to lose, not to mention one of the leaders of this squad, and I believe these guys are going to rally. That's their brother. They didn't know when it first happened because of what happened before. So, when my son got home, he was worried too until he got a text from Coach Lord saying that, hey, he's very sick, but he's getting better. The next day, fever stopped, doing much better, and it touched like, whew, okay.
Yeah, because I'll say this, and I'm sorry I'm talking about
no,
hearsay,
you're good.
But at one point, at least in my house, we were hearing Jake and Coach Lloyd may both be out tonight.
Right.
And I know, like my son was talking. I mean, they weren't worried. They were worried for them. They weren't worried about the game so much. But we hated to see that maybe even they're both out.
Right.
And so, there's a family atmosphere on this team.
I was going to say,
and we hurt for one another, and we love for one another, and we pull for one another. And so that's a big deal.
Trust me, we are family here.
Yes,
we are a family.
Well, guys, we've got about 12 minutes and some change to get ready for the kickoff. Got the band coming on to the stadium. Got a pretty good crowd here on the home side. A little sparse on the Asheville side, but we kind of expected that, kind of a long trip.
Almost 2 hours.
I don't know that they have quite the crowd that we take with us to away games, even in Asheville.
I mean, we had
we did.
We did.
Yeah.
But we're getting ready for the kickoff. We've got more of the Mountaineer pregame coming back right after this, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Jolly Realty, Innovative Pools,
Yeah, you've not talked yet.
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, getting ready for the kickoff of the Cougars and the Mountaineers. About 10 minutes and 42 seconds. Jeff Johnson finally joins us from the sidelines. Jeff, how's the atmosphere there on the 40-yard line?
Well, it's pretty good here on the sideline. We are seems like there's a little hesitation in the crowd. I don't know. We're wondering if it's going to rain on us, storm, lightning delay. But I think we're going to be ready in a few minutes.
Guys, let's just briefly look down to that 3A list. Kings Mountain, as we said before, was ranked number 1. Dudley ranked 2. South Point ranked 3. 4th is Crest. West Rowan 5th. 6th is East Lincoln. 7 Statesville, 8 Ledford, 9 Oak Grove, and 10 West Charlotte. So Kings Mountain, South Point, Crest, all from the Big South. That's 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
In the top 10. I mean that's got to be a great nod for your conference.
Absolutely, and I'm not shocked by those rankings. I mean, you're talking South Point is a semifinal team last year. Crest is a third round team. I think we were a second round team. Very strong. And as you read through those, Drew, I'm reading them. Familiar names, familiar teams showing in year and yet. We always see Statesville there. Looks like West Rowan, Mount Ulla. The Falcons are back, maybe, but yeah, these are very, very familiar teams.
On the 4A side, I won't go through the whole list, but Asheville comes in ranked 13th in the 4A West.
I think it shows you the toughness of that bracket as well. Look at some of the teams that are there. I mean, teams you'd think: Weddington, Mallard Creek, Charlotte Catholic, and then there's AC Reynolds. We talked about them at number 9. That's who's going in to play Shelby tonight. So that shows you that's what we talked about. Should be a great game.
Also, not to mention, you've got 3 teams from our conference. The 3A, you've got the number 1 spot for Kings Mountain, number 4 for Crest. 2A is Shelby and Burns. They're in the top half of the 2A conference.
Yeah, they are, and that's another thing that is, it just shows you the power of what's going on around here. And the level of football, I should say, that's around here. Just in this area, you look at how many teams are ranked. That shows you the strength of what we see week in and week out.
Getting ready for the kickoff. Just a little over 8 minutes to go. The band takes the field, getting ready for the national anthem. We'll take a break just right quick and get ready for the kickoff here at John Gamble Stadium right after this.
The Mountaineer Football Pregame Show is sponsored by HSI Land Clearing and Development, Quality Fence Solutions, Stay tuned for the kickoff here on Mountaineer Football Live with Drew Fulton, Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short, and Jeff Johnson. Brought to you by KMHS Sports and the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club.
Back here live at John Gamble Stadium. I'd pause there for a second for the prayer, and now our national anthem. And that's the marching band getting ready for the kickoff here of tonight's broadcast. Let's thank all of our sponsors here for the in-game portion of tonight's broadcast. Brinkley Financial Group. If it's planning your future or sending your kids to college, there's no one better or person I would trust than Brinkley Financial. Flooring America, hardwood, carpet, tile, laminate, or luxury vinyl. Let the experts help you at Flooring America. Carolina Chiropractic Plus. Schedule an appointment with and let Dr. Brad Moffitt help your pain situation. They'll do a great job. Allen and Son Construction. David and Beth Allen can help you with your construction project. Butler Outdoor Design. If it's maintaining or designing your outdoor space, there's no one that does it better than Butler's. The venue at Turkey Ridge, whatever the event, the venue at Turkey Ridge is hands down the best location you could possibly choose. Dillinger's Jewel Shop for over 127 years. There's only one place to trust with your jewelry purchases or repairs. King Construction, the top name in concrete construction. Jeremy King and King Construction. Patriot Jacks clothing for your whole family and those hard-to-find gifts at Patriot Jacks. Campers Inn RV, the best sales and service team around, trusted since 1966 in RVs. And JWH Contracting. John Herndon, a general contractor, specializes in vintage rehome models. And thank you to all those great sponsors for bringing you Mountaineer football tonight. We'll take one last break. We'll get ready for the kickoff here as we have a coin toss. Be back with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, the venue at Turkey Ridge,
Back here live at John Gamble Stadium. I think, Lamont, you said we get the ball?
Yeah, we get the ball.
And the officials for tonight's game.
Yes, sir. Our referee is Chris Husky. Our umpire is Fred Meeks. Linesman Darren Medford. Line judge Donnie Gidney. Back judge Jerron Glenn. And our clock operator tonight is Mr. Anthony Pryor. Oh, and we also have our resident official at home who keeps us up to date with things, Mr. Terry Prince.
Craig, you've created a wind tunnel.
I told Drew, for those of you who can't see us up here, obviously none of you can see us up here. That was a stupid thing to say. It is hot up here, so we had to turn the fan on, and now we're like Drew said, we're in a wind tunnel. But we're pushing on and pushing through for our fans.
I can see you up there.
Getting ready for kickoff. Mountaineers have, let me get my sheet turned over. Mountaineers have number 3, Caleb Holland, and number 21, Teddy Jeffries, deep. I want to give a quick shout out to Teddy Jeffries because he had a tremendous game last
Yes, he
week.
did.
And I'm looking forward to seeing him do that again
The fourth
tonight.
quarter when we was trying to run the clock out, I mean, he hit it there. I thought he got loose.
Yeah. Yep. Kickoff fielded at the 15 by Teddy.
Mountaineers still on his feet across the 40.
Yeah,
almost up to the 50-yard line.
He's electric. He's electric, I'm telling you.
Great return. He was able to catch that right on the hoof.
Right.
And get to moving forward. Great move.
Around the left side, able to pick up maybe
we already got a flag on the play.
So it means either a procedure or maybe not enough men on the line of scrimmage, which would still be a procedure penalty. Going to back us up 5 after a good game. I vote that we get that out of the way right now.
Yeah. Well, something's going on because you see Coach Lloyd them and they're arguing the fact that this judge over here, the sideline judge, told him he was okay.
Coaches are arguing that it was a legal formation.
Right.
And the refs, we'll see if that affects some plays down the road.
1st and 15 for your Mountaineers. A short pass to the flats, but no room to run.
Nah.
They're going to say he gained maybe 2 yards.
Yeah. I thought he turned, and I think that's the way the play designed, but if he would have stopped and somehow cut it back outside, he would have at least, I don't know if he would have been gone, but he at least picked up significant yards. But again, that's a great defensive attack from Asheville.
Fakes the handoff, finds a receiver right down the middle, maybe a little underthrown.
And that's their safety, who they've really been talking about, number 4. He played that well.
So after a good return on the opening kickoff, we find this 3rd and long.
Great protection on that pass
there.
He had time to throw. That'll be there. We'll come back to it.
Little John once again drops back to pass. Plenty of time to find a receiver and does.
Great play.
Guys, the protection on that play was so good.
I'm telling you, our big guys up front, man, they do an awesome job. We got to continue to highlight them.
Another 3 receiver set for the Mountaineers. Little John hands the ball off around the right side over the tackle. Across the 40, almost up.
Actually got assisted right there.
Yeah, he did.
I think number 1 gave us a little boost. Thank you.
Pretty good 8-yard pickup.
Was that for good luck?
That's good luck.
I see what you brought you to.
My wife just brought me some food and I got a kiss on the cheek. How about that?
Handoff right up the middle.
Good run.
Good run.
Holland on the carry, and that'll be a 1st down.
as I'll be curious as the game goes on. It seems like we've got a little bit of advantage on size on the line.
Okay.
We're really getting some great push.
Okay, you can tell.
Hands the ball off over on the left side this
He's
time.
Oh,
Plenty of room to
flag
run.
up for a touchdown.
A hold.
Oh,
They're going to get us for a hold. Not sure.
There's, flag on the play.
And where it's thrown, that's what it's going to be.
yeah. And that's what Teddy Jeffries, y'all, is going to bring to us this
Yes.
whole entire
Yes.
season.
So still a first down. Lose about 6 yards on it.
They have A.J. Richardson in there, probably for a lead blocker.
Once again, another handoff to Holland.
Got it
Tripped
from
up
Good
from
play.
behind. Just couldn't
Yeah.
quite get to the 30.
Good play by Tay Davis.
Yeah,
That's a senior. Made a great play from behind.
He
Senior
did.
defensive
He did.
end.
he kept coming, never gave up on the play.
You know, he did a great job right there. That's what you teach a defensive end when the play's away. Trail
Right.
on the line.
Right.
He trailed right down the line like he was supposed to. He didn't get upfield. Great play by number 8.
Mountaineers will go trips to the far side this time. Little John looking for somebody to throw it to, and he'll eat the ball and go down with a sack.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a coverage sack or
Yeah.
he just, like he didn't have nowhere to go.
I definitely am not trying to speak for Lamont because I'm
Right.
not him. I almost wonder, was he still looking so far downfield that he stepped into that block?
Right.
To where the defensive end could just
Right.
step off. Maybe I don't remember what was inside.
Yeah, because it looked like he had a check down
I
here.
think so. You check down and maybe
Yeah.
even step up inside
Right.
and tackle right there. Maybe could have at least gotten to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
He looked to the flats, and then by that time, defense pressure got in his face.
Pass.
Halfback pass in coverage and picked off. And run out of bounds.
Yeah, they played that well.
Yeah.
Threw the ball into the 3-man coverage.
Triple coverage.
Yeah.
I know that's the play design, but I almost think you throw that out of bounds. Or maybe he takes and runs it, gets what he can, and then we'll see if we can punt it if we don't gain. But that's okay. Here we go. Because the defense needs to step up for us.
Oh, yeah, we okay.
So Asheville's first chance on offense tonight. Like we said in pregame, they're pretty much 50-50 between pass and run.
I formation. Foot to foot, looks like. Dive to the fullback.
Maybe 1 or 2 yards picked up there.
Antonio Armstrong on the tackle.
They'll give him 3 yards. Once again, not a lot of splits in between the linemen.
You know, a penalty like that upsets you because they're right, especially your nose guards, right over the ball.
Right,
I mean,
right.
You've got to be under control.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like we just got to settle down. We're not as disciplined as we were a week ago. We have to settle down.
Yeah, they've got really tight splits.
Yeah.
Running back's quick. Jay Avery.
Kind of reminds me of a South Point offensive style there.
Yeah. Guys, you saw the film from last week. I did not see the Asheville film. Where did they have these tight splits against Robbinsville?
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Ran a lot of I formation. First and 10. Slidell, your quarterback. Handoff once again right up the middle. Able to pick up maybe 5 or 6 yards.
It's going to be a hold or an illegal cut block from where it's been thrown. Holding.
Still first down.
First and 19 for the Cougars.
Coach Lloyd was asking the clock had continued to run on the dead ball, so he's.
Slidell gets rid of it quick, and he had some pressure in his face, had to.
The clock had continued to run, and then the white hat did not roll it into play, and yet the clock operator is still running the clock.
Yeah. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and he's still running the clock. The white hat shut it down.
I don't know why the clock is running.
Why is the clock running?
Yeah.
We've lost about 25 seconds just on these two plays.
Hey, why is the clock running?
Offside against the Mountaineers. 5-yard penalty.
So they'll get 5 yards back for offsides.
It was a dead ball, and then it was running, and then I'm pretty sure Greg got him to understand. The white hat kept looking like he was going to roll it in, and he never gave the signal.
Right.
And yet the clock operator turned the clock on. Then there was an incomplete pass, which should have stopped the clock.
And it kept running.
And it kept running even still.
Yeah.
Handoff right up the middle, but met quickly and drug. Avery, the ball carrier.
Number 11,
Antonio Armstrong on the tackle for the Mountaineers.
Number 9 is a load to bring down, fellas.
Yes.
Good hard run. I think his name is Jay Avery. We got to get off the field here. Remember last week, Shelby, we had them 3rd and 35, but they was picking it up. We got to get off the field here.
That's right.
Slidell looks again to pass. He's in.
There you go.
And picked off by the Mountaineers.
Picked off by Bryson.
Bryson Brown, go down.
All the way to the 25.
All right.
Great interception.
So Mountaineers get it back not far from where we were when we started this.
Part of that was caused men by the pressure. He had to step up in the pocket and rush his throw, which is what we talked about earlier tonight. If we can get that pressure on him, it can maybe make him make some tougher decisions.
Right. Now we got to turn these into points.
Well, that was textbook secondary coverage. He just dropped back, watched the eyes of the quarterback, stepped up and intercepted it.
Little John hands off over the left side tackle. A little bit of running room. That's Caleb Holland, the ball carrier. See some lightning in the distance, but the lightning detector has not gone off yet.
The skies in the distance are looking ominous.
Which distance? Toward Gaston or behind us?
Towards Grover and definitely towards 85.
Yeah, it's moving south. On the radar, and so I think we are cleared for tonight.
Holland once again trying to find some running room across the 20.
Get upfield.
Trying to get up to the 15. Might get to the 14. Could be about a yard short
Had a great
of a first down.
Sorry, Drew, I didn't talk over you. Had a great block outside by Alex Jackson.
Yeah.
Setting that up, keeping it inside the frame, working. Caleb was able to get
2 yards, guys. 2 yards short.
3rd and 2, definitely in 4-down territory here. Short 2 yards. Straight up the middle.
Good job. You got it.
Did not see the ball carrier. Teddy Jeffries.
Well, he got first down.
Waiting for the ball spot. And that's enough for a first down. Teddy Jeffries, 7 carries for 39 yards against Shelby last week. And quick whistle.
I think that's against.
Terry, you're going to get mad at me when I say this, but I don't know how that guy over there can call offsides on us when he is putting us on the line.
Right, he's okay.
That's not a good call. I'm sorry. I know we're not supposed to do that. But
is that against the receiver?
Yes.
but he did a thumbs up.
I agree.
I don't understand.
I don't understand how
that's twice.
He sets us and then he calls that like he called it
twice.
Illegal formation.
Fakes the handoff, looking for the receiver over. Tipped right quick. Looking for Sanders, the receiver.
Was that ball tipped?
Yes, it
was
line
tipped.
Scrimmage. You know, the problem too, man, when you're up against some stuff like that, I mean, obviously sometimes penalties like that you're self-inflicted.
Yeah.
But if you're seeing little even piddly penalties like that,
right.
It's hard to get momentum going.
Yeah, and you can tell we are out of sync.
Yeah, you can't get your rhythm.
Little John rolls out, looks for a receiver, pumps once, decides to keep it, but the ball come loose.
I think Isaiah recovered it.
And I believe it was recovered by the Mountaineers.
Well, Isaiah saved us there. That was a 50-50 ball, and he reached in and took that from the defender.
I don't think I'd want to go up against Isaiah for a ball in a scrum.
I'm not sure what they're showing him out there, but something he's not settled.
It's another big third down here for the Mountaineers. Back to throw, looking for the screen, sets it up to the 20, to the 15, and they'll bring him right down at the 15-yard line.
That play was well designed. I believe Michael Lubis, offensive line, just kind of, the defender made a great play to get around him on that play.
4th and 10, what do you do here, guys?
They're going to go for the field goal after the quarter, I assume.
They'll take the quarter, and so will we. We'll be back here with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction.
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, getting ready for quarter number 2. Just a quick check at the Farm Bureau 133 West Caldwell Banker just-in-time plumbing scoreboard.
East Lincoln over Forest View, 19-0. West Lincoln over Cherryville, 21-0. Still not a lot of scores from other games, maybe postponed for weather. The next score I have is Lincoln 7, North Lincoln 6.
Right.
AC Reynolds 10-7 over Shelby.
Wow, they over 10-7
over Shelby, wow. Yes, and Burns 14, Crest 6.
Wow.
That's the latest scores I have. Still no score in the Highland Tech game. No score Mountain Island Charter, Ashbrook with T.C. Roberson, Huss and High Brighton, Bessemer and Stuart Kramer. Still no score in those games. And we are lining up for a field goal attempt. Long snapper Gabriel Short, holder Bryson Brown, and kicker Jaden Ellis.
You know that guy named
I think I
Gabe
know
Short,
that guy
right?
that's getting ready to throw that ball back there. Let's see if he gets a good one.
We just got to get points on the board. Wow.
The white hat waved it off.
Hold up. Hold up.
White hat was,
what is he doing?
The white hat was waving off the.
Yeah, he was waving his arm.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand either. Man, it's just like we've been all, I mean, with the refs, and we don't want to talk bad about the refs, but they have not been in sync either.
I agree. I mean, I was watching the white hat because he's back there with the kicker. And
right.
He's waving his arms like he's stopping the clock. I have no
idea.
idea.
I think our coaching staff are almost arguing that Asheville had 12 men on the field at the snap, but it was not called.
So the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory, and quick whistles again. So against Asheville, legal procedure. A lot of whistles tonight, guys.
A lot.
In the first half.
And like Craig says, when you have this, neither team can get in the rhythm.
Seidel once again hands the ball off right over the left tackle. Williams, the ball carrier. Able to pick up maybe 3.
Yeah.
That young man hits the hole very hard. He's going to be a problem if he gets loose.
Yeah, yeah. And what they call a shoestring tackle.
Yes.
He only had one man to beat.
Mountaineers all in Slilo's face. He's got nowhere to go but going down on one knee. It's a big quarterback sack.
Yeah,
brings up a long 3rd down. And once again, they hand the ball right up the middle.
Just trying to get some positive yardage before they have to punt it.
Yeah, I think they didn't want to take the chance to drop the quarterback back on that play.
No.
Right.
Looks like their quarterback's going to also be their punter.
So he punts right there at the goal line. Not where you want the ball to go over the punter's head right here.
No, that's a low snap, too. That's something that maybe can
not a great punt.
Get away.
It takes the Kings Mountain bounce.
Yeah, we got to get away. I don't know why we're so close to the ball.
So the Mountaineers will take over in good field position.
Wow, that was a big push by the Asheville D line. stopped us for a loss.
Yeah, and they got through. I mean, there was good penetration, and one thing I've noticed so far, they're very disciplined up front.
Right.
He trailed that play very well, but I'm gonna be honest. Even on this side into the boundary here, they were flat on the line, so it would have been tough for us to get in there. There wasn't a good running lane.
Right.
And that's not anything on our part. It's just that they played their gaps very well.
Right.
Trips to the top.
Throwing it deep.
That's flag. Good.
And flags everywhere.
I'll tell you what, man, they've scouted because the 2 deep balls we've thrown have been in a triple coverage.
I think they have a personal foul back there on the quarterback, too, because he threw a flag, the White hat.
Did he? I wasn't watching that one.
I think it was a late hit.
Greg, your White secondary was all over that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they watch the film. They're well coached. They're not going to let us get that one loose. But what that's going to do is Coach Lloyd is good enough about this. Maybe he can use it as a decoy.
Right.
I don't know if it's what he'd call it, of course, but pulling roughing
the passer is what they're going to stick with.
They could maybe use Bryson or someone else as a decoy to pull the coverage and open up something on the backside or over the other hash. Purely speculation, of course.
9 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. No score. The Mountaineers have gotten close a couple of times.
Right.
John fakes the handoff over on the right
side.
Nice
Some
running
move.
room. Good cut move.
Nice move by
Almost
Bryson
up
Brown.
to about the 11-yard line.
So I think if we go back to those quick passes, getting it out, because and then it may open up something down the field.
It will, and what that's going to do is that's going to build all their confidence.
It is.
Lamont's confidence will go back up.
Right.
I mean, not that it's down. I don't know what he's thinking right now, but the line's confidence will go up, and little dink and dunk plays can go a long way to help.
And let's not take any credit away from the Asheville defense. They have a great game plan coming in.
Cut.
And we got to make adjustments.
All the way down to about the 4-yard line. Jeffries, the ball carrier.
That opened up quite well on the right side. Teddy was able to get his foot in the ground and cut back to his right. Opened up. It was a great play. Great run by great blocking by the offensive line.
His reaction is very quick. Cutting up in that hole. It was a great pickup.
I agree, Jeff.
All right, we can pick up a first down here. Looks like we got about 3.5 yards. Let's just forget the first down. Let's stick in the end zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Handoff right over on the left side. Still going.
What's his progress?
May have gotten to the 1.
That should be enough for a first down, right?
Shy of the 1 or right at the hash mark, so we'll see. It could be I believe we've got the first down here.
Should be first and goal.
They're moving it.
I don't know.
Probably enough for a measurement.
I think they're going to measure.
Yeah.
I mean
the
marker on the far side is right at the first down marker.
I'm going to hold my time.
I don't know why we're not stopping the clock. I just don't understand.
He just signaled first down.
So first and goal from the 1. And second push, that'll be touchdown Mountaineers.
That'll be a touchdown by Teddy Jeffries. Why not let that young man have it if he made 3 great runs in a row? Great job by the offensive line. Good job, Teddy.
Into attempt to point after touchdown, number 34, Jaden Pettis, out of the hole.
Yeah, and a part of me is wondering if Lamont has been to the chiropractor all week, had just a knot in his back. I'm wondering if that's bothering him, but I think he's good though.
So the Mountaineers will lead 7-0 here in the second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back here with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
back here at John Gamble Stadium, Mountaineers get ready to kick the ball off. Finally put 7 on the board after about 3 struggles of just losing the ball or not being able to punch it in.
That's going to help.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that really can give you a little shot of momentum, and we need it.
We do.
And, you know, we went back to some simple plays there. And I know they're not simple to call or to execute, but we got back to what we're good at, and that helped.
Right.
Good kick by Jaden. Fielded on about the 12.
15, 20-yard line. He's got some running room. I don't know if anybody can stop him unless Ellis can.
Jaden slowed him down.
And he slowed him down well enough to be able to finally drag him down.
That, my boys, is what you call out kicking your coverage.
Yep. But good thing Jaden at least slowed him down because he was gone.
So Asheville will get good field position, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. High formation again, man in motion. Straight up the middle.
A little dive inside or a belly.
Might have picked up 2 or 3. Slidell shifts the back over, drops back to pass, gets the man out in the flats. That's number 14, T.J. Williams. And that should be a 1st down.
Honestly, after last quarter, I knew that play was coming.
Right.
It seemed like run up the middle, run up the middle, run up the middle. The receivers giving a little bit of a cushion over here.
Timeout by the Cougars.
So they're going to take a timeout. And so will we. We'll be back here with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by
See, I forget. I've got
Dellinger's
two game
Jewel
sponsors,
Shop,
1 and 2. And I always forget which one I
King
ran. Just
Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters,
Let's see. When we
Campers
come back,
Inn
I gotta go
RV
get Jay
of
this
Kings
name.
Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction,
Mountaineer football live from John Gamble Stadium. Mountaineers up 7-0, but Asheville threatening to. They're inside their red zone right now.
I think they jumped, Craig.
I think they did. False start. He was trying to pull us off with a hard count.
Right.
Good job on our young men to be disciplined to hold up right there.
Correct.
That's the first time we've seen that split back formation with Slidell. Had 2 guys there back there with him, obviously. Snap goes Slidell. Run off the right side. Big hole on the right side.
Down to about the 11-yard line.
About 3 yards short of the first down.
Yeah.
2nd and 3. Ball marked at the 11. Matthew Pennington, please report to the 30-yard line of South End of the Stadium. Matthew Pennington.
Almost bobbles the ball a little bit.
All right, good
Able
stop.
to get
Good
maybe
stop.
back to the line of scrimmage.
Good stop.
Great play by the defense to string that out.
I tell you, number 9 made a great play because that ball was not intended for him.
Right.
Hit a few helmets into his hands.
Need to have a big stop here, not give up a touchdown. I'm not sure how that kicking game is. Like they probably bring in a big package here. Okay, this is the Wildcat with number 4.
That's the safety. That's one Coach Lloyd was talking about.
Yeah.
Such a good athlete.
Right.
We're going to take a timeout.
Yep. We'll run the Wildcat.
That's their 2nd time out of the half. They have 1 remaining. Matthew Pennington, please report to the 30-yard line of the north end of the stadium. Thank you.
Now this timeout, the Mountaineers trying to stop Asheville. 3rd and 3. 11-yard line. Big play here, guys.
High snap.
And it's going to be
he's
close.
close.
He's a yard short.
He's close. I think they're going to go for it.
He is 1 yard short. A full yard. I believe they're gonna keep the team on.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it. If number 4 stays on, no, they're gonna. Number 4 did not stay on. Well, I think he is.
It's like he's taking the play from Coach.
Yeah.
And they'll have to call another timeout. The play clock was about to run out.
That's all 3, right, Drew?
It's all 3. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Brinkley.
Back here at John Gemmel Stadium, Drew Fulton, Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short, Jeff Johnson. Stay with us at halftime. We had a great interview with David Brinkley with the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club. Due to technical difficulties, we will not have that interview, but hopefully we will have it next week during the Burns game.
Most definitely.
All right, big play here.
We got to watch the ball.
Right over the top.
Yep.
Interception by the Mountaineers.
Go.
Across the 20, 30. Some blocking.
That's Bryson Brown again.
Bryson
Brown again. Second interception.
Second interception tonight.
Yeah, guys, I want to give the coaching staff credit. I believe we had 3 guys back in coverage on that play. They were looking for that play. Great ball discipline.
Whitmire was trying to do a little pop pass on that play. And he just underthrew it too. I don't know that it was there anyway.
Craig, it seemed like they was confused.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's why they took the timeout, and they still wasn't sure when it came out.
Weren't.
But evidently, our coaches have seen that play.
Yeah, I think so.
So the Mountaineers able to dodge the bullet. and got a little time on the clock to run the ball here.
That looked like the play Tim Tebow used to run at Florida. Step up and then throw it to the tight end.
This guy, I'm telling you.
Flag on the play. Illegal procedure against the Mountaineers.
This guy.
I'm not understanding who.
This guy's our enemy tonight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Terry.
No,
That's one of your boys.
you are correct, because does Terry give you any feedback of what possibly may be going on?
Via satellite.
Yeah, we're going to get him. We're going to get him piped in. He's doing
okay,
via
gotcha.
text. He did tell me early on the one offside that was called on us that it could have been an interior lineman.
Okay, gotcha.
That he alluded to the fact that he hoped it was, and not the guy that he put on.
Gotcha.
So we'll see.
Little John back.
Lots of time.
Plenty of time to throw the ball and find a receiver, and does. Still on his feet.
So what's the flag in?
I'm going to say it's going to be a high-low block or a hold, because the umpire and the white hat threw it.
We are certainly not on their good list.
No.
Great play call. Holding against the Mountaineers.
And I'm guessing that is a spot foul. Is that correct?
It is.
That's when I wish we were in the pros and it's just 10 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Right.
That is a killer penalty in high school football. Always has been.
Still first down. Clock's moving. Little John back to pass. Throws it opposite way and deflected.
I would say they probably practiced against a few screens.
They did.
After they watched our film.
They knew, because it was so successful against Shelby.
That play was there. If he could have maybe side thrown or threw it over the guy that had a free runner on him.
Yeah, I just think the defensive player just made an excellent
He sure did.
play. You just got to give him credit. Yep.
Handoff right up the middle. Plenty of running room.
We needed that.
Almost to the 39 or the 41.
It was blocked well up front. It opened up quite well there on the left side. It looks like we've got the penalty yards back. Great run by Teddy.
3rd and 11 for the Mountaineers.
Cameron Adams coming into the game. He's in the slot position on the hash on this left side. Trips to the left.
Little John once again back to throw. No time. And he'll go down with a sack.
I'll tell you what, Oliver Mooney, their senior defensive end right there, number 19, he just got the jump on our left tackle. He beat him on that play. This is what happened. And it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it happens. We just got to stay together. When adversity hits, just stay together.
Max Thompson back to punt for Kings Mountain. They're going to let the clock run down as much as possible. Kind of a shorter kick than expected. Ball's down to about the 35. Asheville will take over 1st and 10 from there.
Guys, this game is not too dissimilar from last year's game.
No, I agree.
It was a defensive game. It was close.
I was getting ready to say the same thing.
I mean, like you said, this team, they're fundamental. They don't make a lot of mistakes.
They are.
And they play hard.
And as Coach Lloyd said, we knew we was going to have three great teams the first 3 games.
And sometimes when you play games like this, 2 men against a good team, of course, it's going to be tough anyway. But you put our guys put a lot into that game last week emotionally.
Right.
And it's hard to get back up
It is.
again.
It is.
I mean,
It
when you
is.
put so much into trying to win.
I remember a couple of years ago when we beat Shelby here and beat them handedly.
Yeah.
And we struggled against Stuart Kramer.
Yes.
That first quarter.
Yeah.
And we probably, I think we started clicking maybe midpoint of the second quarter, but we struggled.
Slidell back to throw again.
That's a hold.
Not much time. Looks like if it was completed, it was done out of bounds.
They missed that call.
They missed that one bad. They had I'm sorry. Antonio was right in front of the white hat there,
Right.
but that's okay.
Right.
We'll be all right.
Right.
Great pressure by Antonio Armstrong.
And the coaches are letting the referee hear it too on the sideline here.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I may have tried as well.
Now he's aggravated because they're in his ear.
Yeah, of course he is.
And most
Well,
definitely.
I think that goes back to early in the first quarter.
Yeah. We got to get off the field here, fellas.
Big third down play, too high, incomplete.
We're going to have a chance to do something with the
Yes,
ball.
we are.
2 timeouts, I believe, right? Or we have all 3?
We have all 3.
Scoreboard still has them with 1 timeout, but they have used all 3
They
of
burned
theirs.
all 3. Yeah, they burned all 3 on that drive to try to score.
They did. Now, I'm telling you guys, the Asheville secondary are good.
They are.
They're fundamental. They're disciplined.
And they were prepared for tonight.
They
for
are.
sure.
I mean, nothing we have thrown at them has worked.
We got Fat Lanier.
We blocked.
Snapped and blocked. Mountaineers trying to pick it up, but they recover. So the Mountaineers will get the ball and short field with 44 seconds and 3 timeouts to go.
Great play by the Mountaineers. I believe Cameron Adams is the one who blocked that punt.
He's going to be special.
Yes, he is.
You and I was talking about that.
So close to scooping that up
Yep.
and taking it to the house. I believe that 3-hopped all the way back to the punter.
I agree.
Flags on the play.
He's taken the ref has taken Zay out of the game.
For what?
It looked like he reached to his face for maybe a mouthpiece. So they ought to reset. We ought to.
So no flag on the play.
So we're looking at mouthpieces now. It's not we being picky now.
I'm only speculating.
Yeah,
he pointed up like he was.
A collective sigh.
Yeah.
Little John looking for a receiver in the end zone. Kate White pulled it in.
Yeah, he had him just
it's like he
2
was,
steps earlier.
Like he's waiting to throw the ball. He got to get it out. He got to get it out quicker.
Thank you to all our sponsors. Once again, our halftime show has some technical difficulties. We had a great interview with David Brinkley. We will bring you that next week. So at halftime, we'll just see some field things as it progresses here at John Gamble Stadium. Wish you could have been here. Great night. No rain. Little John looks again and almost intercepted.
I'll tell you what, man, number 8's got to reach because he does. He is kicking himself. He almost had that one right there.
Wow.
That nothing is working for us. I mean, it's just like we're just out of sync. But again, it's 4 quarters. It's all about how we have to score here, even if it's a field goal. We can't leave without a score.
Little John once again under pressure, gets the ball away, but incomplete.
Just off the hands.
Caleb Holland was the intended receiver.
Asheville's made a good stand with their defense right here. I'm hoping we can get 3 points out of it, but their defense has come up really, really big right here. Great play by that squad. I'll tell you, man, they're talented up front. Their defensive backfield's great too, but I've been impressed so far with what I've seen up front.
Jaden Ellis, ball is up, looks good from here, and it is good. So the Mountaineers will put 3 more on the board.
We'll take it.
24 seconds left. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with 24 seconds to go here at John Gamble Stadium right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction.
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, 24 seconds to go. And the first half, hadn't gone the way we anticipated. I think, Asheville coming here knew a little bit of what our game plan was going to be tonight, guys.
I think so, and I think it goes back to what we've said. Lamont said it a couple times, and he is spot on.
Right.
It's like with Shelby too last week. That's a well-coached team out there. Those coaches have prepared. They're ready. You don't coach and work at a place like Asheville and have the tradition they have and not be good. And they've got good athletes.
Right, they do.
We knew this was going to be tough.
Yep. Good pooch kick.
Kind of a pooch kick to the 25, looking for some running room, but they bring him down quickly.
Good tackle.
It was a great play.
And number 7, Jason Melton.
Great play by Jason.
Started with a great kick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys could see that play from here, but number 4 for Asheville was very close to blocking that kick.
Yes.
That ball went, I believe, through his hands. Something to watch for future. Hopefully it doesn't come down to another field goal. All right, defense. Let's get us into the half.
So 18 seconds to go. You're the offensive coordinator. What do you do right here? You run the ball out?
I think they're going to run it out. They have no timeouts. That's
take a knee.
Smart.
They start the ball with the ball in the second half.
So we'll come out. Asheville will get the ball in to start the second half, and we'll take just a quick break, and we'll be back for our halftime right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge, The halftime show was brought to you by the following sponsors: Ben Engel and On Q Financial, Butler Tire and Auto, Audio Video Designs, KM Elite, The halftime show was brought to you by the following sponsors: Ben Engel and On Q Financial, Butler Tire and Auto, Audio Video Designs, KM Elite,
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, the halftime show. I'm sorry we could not get the David Brinkley interview to play. We'll run that next week. Hopefully I can get that. Technology works great when it works, but I just could not make that happen tonight. But we thank you, David, so much for coming in and taking the time to do the interview. We'll try to get to that next week during the Burns game. We're still at halftime, just under 2 minutes. Let's take just a quick look. I got Craig here beside me. He's pulling up some scores for the Farm Bureau 133 West Caldwell Banker Just in Time Plumbing scoreboard.
In the third quarter, North Lincoln 14, Lincolnton 7. At half, East Lincoln 33-0 over Forest View. The Rebels of West Lincoln at half over Cherryville 42-0. South Point in the second quarter 14, East Gaston 0. T.C. Roberson in the second quarter, T.C. Roberson 6, Ashbrook Green Wave 0. Also in the second quarter, Stuart Kramer 20, Bessemer City 6. Still no score that's been reported for Hickory Grove and Highland, Hunter Huss or High Brighton. It's still saying first quarter, so they don't have reporters there, obviously. Alexander Central, last score was 17-8 over North Gaston. And what I'm seeing here, but I think I heard in what I'm showing from the Gazette is 24 for AC Reynolds and 14 for Shelby. But I think I just heard a moment ago that score is now 24-22. I think I overheard just a moment ago.
And that's going on in Shelby, correct?
Yes, it is. It's at Shelby.
Well, thank you to the Farm Bureau 133 West Caldwell Banker Just-in-Time Plumbing scoreboard here at John Gamble Stadium. Getting ready for the second half of action. We'll take just a timeout real quick, and we'll be right back after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Back here, John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton with you, Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short, Jeff Johnson, getting ready for the kickoff of the second half of action. Asheville, of course, will get to receive the ball here. Guys, we're up by 2 scores. What does the Mountaineers need to do at this point?
They just need to maintain and keep doing what they're doing. You know, Asheville made some adjustments at the half. So it's going to be tough. We'll see what they do and what kind of momentum they've got going out. I did want to say real quick, Drew, that we have an update, the Crest score. Lamont, what did you say, 28-6
28-6 Burns.
So that one's a little surprising. And Lamont corrected me. I misheard. I had heard, Lamont, you didn't hear. I'd heard the Shelby score was now 24-22, but you said 24-7.
Uh-huh.
The Gazette is reporting 24-14.
Okay.
So if we can get someone out there that has my number, just text me and let me know.
And I had the video on the Shelby Shopper.
So that's probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Great kick by Jaden. That ball died on the 1 yard line.
But that was 39 minutes ago, so it might be more, not sure, but you know, Shelby can score quick. We know they're never out of the game.
Guys, that kickoff was like Lamont's sand wedge. Hit a little check back at the 1 yard line.
Backspin. I thought he was in the end zone. So did the return man.
Hit on the half-yard line and bounced backwards.
Yes. Beautiful kick.
Is that Burns game at Burns or at
No,
Crest?
it's at Crest.
Wow.
And I don't think Burns has beaten Crest at Crest since I think 1998 or either 2008.
This could be the night.
Yep.
Cougars started at their own 22. on the right side.
Handoff over on the side up to around the 20-yard line, maybe the 21.
Jay Avery, the carry.
Tell you guys, their offensive line is big and quick. They pull a lot of guards to create those holes.
Slidle back to throw, looks for an open receiver.
That almost been number 3 for Bryson. Bryson has played one outstanding game in the secondary tonight.
And, that's what we needed. We needed people to step up.
Yeah.
We're down one of our main guys.
Right.
Of course, we know Jake's at home watching. I've
Right.
already said, and we love him. We love Beth's at home with him.
Most definitely.
And we're trying to pull for him, and these guys are rallying around him.
Most definitely.
Jake will be back.
Yeah, he will be.
Slidle back to throw under pressure, looking for a receiver.
Oh.
He almost had a third interception.
Thought it was great coverage by Bryson Brown. Great coverage.
So 4th and 9, and the Cougars will bring on their punt team once again.
Greg, you know the challenges to long snapping.
Yes, I do.
So you think Asheville's long snapper got some extra practice in at halftime?
I'm sure he did, and I'm actually a little surprised they didn't pull their punter up a little bit, because it looks like to me that I'm not making fun of the kid.
He's about 11 yards back.
Okay, well, he's moved up. There it goes. That's better. I have a special place in my heart for long snappers, of course.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
That's a lot of pressure.
It is.
A lot of pressure.
So the ball will go out of bounds. Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10, 44-yard line. It looked like he really tried to punt that ball quickly.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Hand the ball off the left side. Trying to break a tackle, just not able to do so. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
This Asheville defense, they are good. They are disciplined.
But before the season started, head coach Greg Lloyd said that Asheville could possibly be the best team that we play in the preseason.
Especially on the defensive end, they are disciplined.
Guys, we got a personnel change. Teddy Jeffries came in. I think we're going to run a little bit more between the tackles.
Right.
Their discipline outside is very good.
I said earlier, their defensive ends get down the line really well. See, like even
quick
right
throw.
there. Yeah. And that's
nowhere to go.
They're covering everything in the flats.
Yeah, that's not the end. That's the linebacker, but they're scraping. I mean, they're very well executing very well.
Going to lose a yard. So a big 3rd down for the Mountaineers. Little John rolls to his right, tries to find a receiver, intercepted. Still some running room. A block or two, he'll get just shy of the 40-yard line. So Asheville will take over 1st and 10 from there. Slidell tried to get the Mountaineer defense to jump and not able to do so. Hand the ball off right up the middle, some running room. Might have picked up 5 or 6.
We ran right by him there in the backfield.
Yep.
You're good.
Good to go?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Handoff once again. He'll get close to the sticks.
Nick Williams on the carry there. Have we seen him tonight run the ball, man? I don't know that he has. Maybe he has.
So a big 3rd and 1 for Asheville.
They better hurry.
6 seconds left to go on the play clock.
I don't know if they're going to get this off.
They won't get it off. They'll have to call a timeout if they do.
Why is he resetting?
I got nothing.
Why, that makes no sense. How?
Why he reset the clock?
This guy, I'm telling you. He sashayed up there to see if he thought it was a first down. You know.
Oh my
Took his
God!
time. He fumbled.
Mountaineers all over him.
Unreal.
So 4th and 1.
4th and a long yard.
Watch the ball.
Slidell back to pass.
Good call.
He's still on his feet.
They'll take the result of the play, I'm sure.
Right.
Probably roughing the passer. Now, I'm not sure. Terry, you can correct me on this. I know you're watching. And does that go on after the play? Yeah, it gets added on.
Targeting against the Mountaineers.
Very large penalty. First and 10 from around the 12.
Illegal procedure against the Cougars, 5-yard penalty. Ball will be moved back to the 16-yard line where it will be 1st and 15.
1st and 15. Slidell looking to throw incomplete.
Good pressure on Curtis from Curtis Simpson. That was a good pressure.
Mosley, the intended receiver, 2nd and 15.
Hey Jeff, what's the mood on the sideline? Just don't see any energy. It's just like we just
Quiet.
Yeah, it's like we just
tight. Frustrated.
Yep, nothing is going our way. And I think it goes back, Craig, what you said earlier. You know, can't have any excuses, but these penalties, it's just can't get a rhythm.
Slidell back to throw. He'll be sacked in the backfield.
It's hard. I mean, you've seen it on both sides. I mean, we've gotten less penalties on defense than we have on offense, of course. But it's hard. I mean, it's almost when you have games like this, you just can't get
Right.
out of your way.
Right.
And it's just
Yeah.
it's
And,
hard.
and
to
their
explain.
defense is frustrating Lamont too.
Yeah.
I could tell it.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
because they're playing coverage on the interception. He should have just threw it away or ate it and not forced it in there. But he'll learn from it. He will.
He will.
Get
I
better.
mean,
But he just got to keep a level head and know how to deal with adversity. He's been here before.
It's a big third down and long.
Reverse.
double
Reverse.
There's going to be a
And the
reverse.
Mountaineers are all over
It's
it.
gonna be a double.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah, sorry, Drew. Let me talk over you. It's going to be a double reverse pass.
Pass. You see that?
Yeah, to 7. He
Yep.
came in, and then 4 was down the side over here.
Yeah, we had that covered on both sides. The receiver came out, and we had 2 defenders back here.
And y'all, we have to give this defense some credit. I mean, they have been in our red zone maybe twice.
Yeah.
And of course, one of it. Well, was it both? No, one interception and turnover on downs, I believe.
And that's what you want to do. I
Yeah,
mean, if
yeah.
since we're not clicking on offense, we
Right.
can't get in a rhythm.
Right.
Our defense has helped us because they've had some short
Right.
fields.
And you're gonna have games like that.
Yes.
It's football, y'all.
I think sometimes, I mean, even we as the commentators get kind of spoiled.
Yeah, we do.
Because we get used to
We
scoring.
do.
Because
We
we
do.
have a highly explosive offense.
Yeah.
And we forget sometimes that
This is football.
This is
And-
football,
and-
and
and
teams are well
The
coached.
teams on the other side, they're going to execute well.
Yes.
They have studied film.
Yes.
And their game plan on defense has been well thought out plan.
Yeah, it's given us
Fumble.
balls.
Fumble.
We got the ball.
And the ball still,
Okay, we'll take over. Let's go.
and the Mountaineers will take over on their side of the field. Great by the defense.
Take over on downs. First and 10 Mountaineers.
We'll take that over a punt.
So the Mountaineers will get another shot at it here, about the 48, 49-yard line in Asheville territory.
First and 10 for Mountaineers. From the Cougar 49-yard line. 4:26 remaining in the third quarter. Mountaineers lead it 10-0.
Little John hands the ball off right up the middle.
Number 41,
Teddy Jeffries on the carry.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Little running room. Bryson Brown up to the 40-yard line.
Bryson Brown on the reception.
Going to be about a yard short.
Oliver Mooney. Bring up third down and about a yard and a
I
half.
think what we're going to find success are those quick passes.
Yeah.
Because Asheville is playing coverage. They're making sure they're not going to let us beat them deep.
Yeah.
Their secondary's really well.
They are.
They play
They
really
are.
well.
They have been confusing Lamont all night, and I just believe that these short passes are going to help. Now we're coming to the heavy.
We fumbled it.
Looks like the ball did go on the ground. Looked like Kings Mountain did recover it.
Lamont didn't have control of it as
No.
it came out from under the center, but
And the ball
we went forward. So we gained it. We gained a yard, or some yards, about a half a yard.
So fourth, and about the length of a football. Mountaineers will line up going for it. Hand the ball right up the middle. That should be enough to get it.
A.J. Richardson on the carry. That's enough for a Mountaineer.
And they reset the sticks, 1st and 10.
First and 10 for the Mountaineers. On the Cougar 38-yard line.
The other thing you see, you guys keep talking about their defense, and I completely agree. Drew, I think you said a moment ago, it's been frustrating for us. that's the thing when you just are spinning your wheels and you're trying everything and nothing's working.
Right.
I mean, some stuff's working. I shouldn't say nothing, but it's just tough. You're going against a really good team.
A little running room. Robert Kendrick, the ball carrier.
Run out of bounds by number 19, Oliver Mooney.
We can't buy one tonight, guys.
No.
Late
no.
hit about 4 yards out of bounds.
It was.
Second down and 6 for the Mountaineers.
The question is it the Mountaineers, the way they played, or is it the defense of Asheville that's just kind of thrown us off balance?
I think it's a little of both.
Yeah, it is. I do.
And I'm not taking anything away from their defense. They
Kendrick again, the ball carrier. He'll get a first down.
Robert Kendrick, great run up the middle.
Ran very hard.
I like that kid. Got some cool shoes on tonight,
He
too.
does.
Have you ever seen him not run hard?
No. I always go back to that South Point game last year, and he put the team on his back.
Handoff right up the middle.
A.J. Richardson on the
Richardson, maybe one or two.
Stop by number 8, Tate Davis.
So have we gone into kind of clock control?
Yeah, I mean, they can't
Ball
stop it,
management.
keep running it. They can't stop it.
Gain of 2, second and 8 for the Mountaineers.
Replace Robert with Teddy. Jeff, I don't know if you saw there, it looked like Teddy even bobbled that
Bobbled the
handoff.
ball, yep. I saw that as well.
Stop by
Yeah, that ball came up to his face mask, and he did a good job to corral it. I tell you, we've said it all night. They are fundamental. They're sound. They play hard, and I'll take back my comment from the first quarter. We may outweigh them a little bit, but they have played a great
Was this a
game
flag?
defensively. Oh,
Yeah.
face mask.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I was going to say they walked off 4 yards.
All right, we got first down to 15.
And that's enough for another Mountaineer. First and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Jeff, did you see, was it a 5-yarder or a 50? I mean, it wasn't a 15-yarder.
It was a 5-yarder.
Yeah.
It was an incidental.
I answered my own question when I saw them move the ball. Thank you, Jeff.
Handoff again to Holland.
Starting to see a little bit more running room.
Yeah, I knew they would adjust because they're playing the pass. I think because we have so much success against Shelby with the pass, they made sure we're not going to have a good passing game against them. They're playing the pass well. So
this is our first sustained drive
Right.
in a while.
Right.
Second and short. Handoff right up the middle again.
It was a great cut by Caleb.
Inside the 5.
That's going to be first and goal.
Enough for another Mountaineer.
Holland resets the chains. First and goal from the 5-yard line.
He'll roll it in right here. We'll have to run a play.
Inside the 5-yard line for the Mountaineers.
Of course, clock hasn't started
4
yet.
seconds
There
and
it
counting
goes.
in the third quarter.
Touchdown.
Touchdown by Caleb. Great blocking up.
Good
front.
job. Good
Caleb
job.
Holland. Caleb
Good
Holland
job.
hit the hole very hard. Great exchange from Lamont.
Yep.
Touchdown, number 3.
Guys, we're going to have games like this season.
Oh,
It
of
just, I mean, it's football.
You think this is a slobber knocker? Wait till we
Yeah.
play South Point.
Exactly.
Chris.
I mean, no disrespect. Drew Fulton, I believe you could have run through that hole.
Now, what is that supposed to mean?
I like how he peppered it.
I'm saying out of the 4 of us, you may be the slowest. I'm just saying. I love you, but
Well, after the game tonight, I challenge you to a foot race.
you come on now. We'll get that after the coach interview.
Mountaineers make it 3 scores. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design. The venue at Turkey Ridge.
Back here, live, Mountaineers up 17-0. Just to check a quick Farm Bureau 133 West, Caldwell Banker just-in-time plumbing scoreboard.
Fourth quarter, Alexander Central 17, North Gaston 8.
Wow.
Third quarter, West Lincoln 48, Cherryville nothing.
Yeah.
Third quarter, North Lincoln 17, Lincoln 7. We were wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, we were.
Halftime still showing halftime. East Lincoln 33-0. I'm sure they're out of half by now. Still showing the half with the Crest game 28-6. I know they're out of the half too. South
Right.
Point now is up 27-0 over East Gaston. Ashbrook is losing 6-0 to TC Roberson.
Oh, they are losing.
Yep, still showing
Wow.
24-14 for Shelby. Showing 28-6. Stuart Kramer over Bessemer. No, still there's not a score.
Burns and Crest was in a delay.
A delay. That might be why it's not showing here.
They were in a delay. It showed on Twitter.
Good open field tackle at the 25-yard line.
Out on the play by Rodney Uash.
Shout out to my man Adam Sellers for correcting himself on the score. Yes, Adam, it is 17-0.
I'm telling you what, that's how to make a special teams tackle. Rodney
play.
Unash right there.
First and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Quick pitch over on the left side.
Great play.
No running room. He's going to lose maybe 2 or 3 on it.
Great play by Andre Willis.
Number 1, Andre Willis on the stop.
Guys, we got a Mountaineer down.
Who is it?
I'm looking. I'll get back to you in a second.
Okay.
Maybe 0, maybe Robert Kendrick.
Oh, he's cramping. He's cramping.
Okay, all right.
And that's the end of the quarter. We'll go to the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Back here, fourth quarter, Mountaineer football 17-0. What do you do from here? Protect the ball?
Protect the ball and hold on.
Guys, something for us to keep an eye on. We've got a number of players beginning to cramp up.
Yep, that's
as humid as it's been this week.
Yep.
We've got a number of players dealing with cramps.
Now, is that Rob? Or is that number 8? I think that's number 8. That's CJ Hauser that's cramping up.
Takes the throw, rolls out to his right, looking for receiver, finds one.
Yeah.
And they're going to say he's in bounds, but he's still about 5 yards short, maybe 4 of the first down.
That was a good play by Slidell. Buy some time.
He's going to be good, man. I mean,
He
he's
is.
good. He's good
He's a
now.
freshman.
He's a freshman. Wow.
He's good now, but we need to keep an eye on that young man.
Yep, he's a big freshman too.
Yeah.
I think he's like 5'11", so he still got some growing to do. He might get about 6'3", 6'4".
So they're going to throw 21 out of the game, sit and have his mouthpiece in. There we go.
There
okay.
you go. Okay,
He's
now,
consistent.
consistent. I can't
like
argue
it.
with that.
They just sent off 21
That's
because
what-
of mouthpiece.
Yeah, that's what they
Mouthpiece,
did to
right.
us in the
That's
first
what
half.
they did with Zay.
And you were
number
correct
2.
last time.
Right.
DJ Jones.
Hey, as long as they're consistent, that's all we can ask.
Big third down play. snap a little high.
Oh,
looking for
well
the screen,
played.
but the
Great.
Mountaineers
Well
are right
played.
there.
That's Micah
Micah,
Ward.
good job,
Welcome
Micah.
back, Micah. You know, he wasn't in the game
Yeah, we
last
missed
week.
him.
We missed him last week in the middle.
And I talked to Micah and his dad earlier. He still got an MRI yesterday. Still
Okay.
waiting. He's got a knee brace on.
Right.
But great play.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Good to see. Good
Yeah.
to see. Last year, number 35, he has changed to number
Oh, yeah.
5.
I like it.
And, you know, he was like our big back as well. He ran the ball well against West Charlotte, and he was the only one who scored against Dudley in the 3rd round of the playoffs last year.
I remember Big Micah playing upwards basketball at First Baptist here in Kings Mountain. That's the first time I met him.
Right.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Okay,
The
that's
Mountaineers will recover it,
yeah.
That's dangerous,
That's a sophomore for you.
and
I'm
we've
sure.
got a player down.
I'm sure Coach Harris will let him know.
Yeah.
You get away from that one. He'll learn. He's young.
Looks like an Asheville player is down on the turf.
I guess it's Tyreek Smith, how you say his name.
Yes.
Hope he's okay. Man, I was going to say, too, going back to their quarterback, you know, Drew, you pointed out at the beginning of the game, I think it was you that said that their quarterback from last year was recruited and transferred. I almost wonder, maybe, I mean, I'm speculating, of course. Do you think maybe they knew Slidell was coming and maybe he's not probably as fast as that quarterback was. Maybe he's a little better. I wonder if that put a little pressure. That could have helped with the transfer.
Well, as they attend to him, we'll take a break. We'll be back here with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction. The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Back here, Jeff Johnson, I believe you had an update on our scoreboard.
Don't know a score, but I believe it was still 28-6. It looks like Crest took an interception for a pick 6.
Okay.
I believe they closed the gap a little bit.
Straight up the middle, no running room. He'll be lucky, Jeffries, to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this Asheville defense is good. Craig, you have a score there?
I've got an update on AC Reynolds Shelby Golden Lions. AC 38, Shelby 14.
Wow. AC is no joke.
No, they're not.
And in the backfield again, Mountaineers will lose maybe another 4.
You know, this game is going to make us better because this is a disciplined team. And Coach Lloyd said this may be, out of the 3 non-conference, the toughest one. And I got nothing but respect for this defense. We just got to be careful here.
I believe Asheville's going to do fine in the Mountain Athletic Conference.
And you know, after we beat them last year, they didn't lose again until
Not
what,
till
the
the playoffs.
was the third round?
I'm pretty sure it's third round.
Yeah.
I think they lost to Mallard Creek, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, they made a deep run.
Let's take a timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge,
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. Drew Fulton, Jeff Johnson. I'll change it up a little bit. Craig Short, Lamont Littlejohn. We're glad to be here. My son, A.J. Fulton, thank you so very much. He's up on top. We started we started a kind of a game time at halftime for the student body. I thought it went well.
Right.
I can't remember. Pennington was his last name.
Ryan Pennington, or no, not Ryan. That's his daddy. He's a JV player. Good, great. I interrupted you. Go.
He was a linebacker.
Yeah.
He kicked some footballs to the upright, won some prizes. Congratulations to that young man. He does get the ball away, and it is completed.
Good pass.
That's
Good
Zay
catch.
Smith.
I'm going to tell you something. Two things that worked really well right there. Great pass, good touch on the ball, and we picked up the blitz quite well.
Right. And he was under pressure too.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and even with the picking up of the blitzes or the blitz, we still had some pressure on him. But great job.
Right.
Those guys stayed in there and blocked for him. The back stepped up.
First and 10 for the Mountaineers. Handoff right up the middle. He'll get one or two. Give him three. Caleb Holland, the ball carrier. He'll get a gain of about 3 yards. 8:46 to go. Mountaineers have done a good job holding on the ball most of this half. Right up the middle again. He'll get up to about the 30-yard line.
He's right on the 30.
Once again, right up the middle. That's Holland, still on his feet, all the way down to the 25-yard line.
First down,
and that should be first down.
Out of effort.
It is. And guys, I think for our advantage with our running game, of course they have done a remarkable job against our passing game tonight. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to wear teams down, and if you're not deep, that catches up with you for a quarter. But this Asheville team defense has been absolutely great against our offense. Got to give them credit.
They've kept him in the game.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion.
Great game plan against us.
Handball off. Looks like he lost his footing just a little bit.
He was trying to cut up field and lost it.
After this game, we've got Burns in the town. Then a week off as we get ready for the Big South Conference. Back to throw to the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown pass to Jaqueline Sanders.
What a great catch, pass and catch.
Ready to rebound from adversity. Good pass, good catch. He led him.
Jaqueline Sanders.
That sounds like the clap of a proud papa right there.
It is, man. He's had a struggle of a game. He's played against a great coach defense, and
Lamont, that's what they call a dime right there.
It's a dime, man. But it's all about how you respond to adversity. That's what makes me most proud.
That was over a defensive back that's 6'3". That was a great play.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Great throw.
You're gonna have games where nothing's going right, but if you can just respond to adversity, that's a true leader. That's the way you do it.
Let's take a break. We'll be back here with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen and Sons Construction,
played just a great, and I think we sucked them in with the run and was able to get that. So that was a great pass, great catch, and the guys up front blocked very well.
Jaden Ellis will set the ball up to. I've noticed that they let him kick it a little bit shallower this year, this game.
Exactly.
Well, Coach Harris does I mean, among the other coaches, but that's Coach Harris's expertise. I mean, he scouts special teams a lot, and I know he has seen something.
Slips a little bit. They'll bring him down on the turf. He won't quite get to the 30-yard line. Asheville will take over 1st and 10 from there, about the 28.
Thought we had I mean, the way he was pulled a little bit, it looked like it might have got a face mask, but obviously it wasn't. But
I think it was a little bit contact at the back of the helmet.
Yeah.
But it was not a face mask.
So the Mountaineers will play Burns next week. The Cougars will be back at home to face Brevard. I can think of a few games in the past where we played Brevard.
Still no official update from Crest?
No, and I'm looking on Twitter and everything.
Still saying
Slidell looking to pass. He's going to get eat up. He's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. He may lose 2 or 3.
28-12, Jeff, is what the Gazette says. Burns.
Thank you.
Second and 12.
I did see that Crest had a 14-play drive early in the second half and came up empty.
Okay. I know Joe Hughes of the Gaston Gazette and
yep.
Okay, it's 28 to 12.
Yes.
You just seen it?
High snap. Slidell made a great play there, 23. Still running hard. Nick Williams. Micah on the tackle.
3rd and 7. Ball between 30 and 20-yard line.
Drew, I just got another score update. AC Reynolds 45, Shelby 14.
Wow. So 4th and 8. Those scores on the Farm Bureau 133 West Caldwell Banker just in time scoreboard. Although Burns actually beat Crest last season, I don't think Burns has won at Crest in about 18 years.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I believe it was Lamont. You said earlier it was 98 maybe since they won there.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Burns has been, I think it's been I think Joe Hughes put up, he was doing the writing this week. I think it's 1998. It's been since 1998 that Burns has won at Crest. Because you got to remember, Crest had those teams, 2000s and late 2000s with the Trey Harbisons and all that. That was the latest group that really was winning, I think, with the Willie Green and the.
Yeah.
I think they won it twice, right?
They did.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 50.
Yeah. That there was one 14, 15. Yeah.
Handoff to number 24, Thomas Feemster.
All right.
Might have got, we'll call it 3.
And I think that's the first. I don't think we saw him none last week.
No, he didn't have any carries.
No carries last week, but so glad to see that young man in. He really contributed a lot last season, but he got injured.
Yeah.
But we're so deep at running back, which is a good thing to have.
Handoff once again right up the middle. Looks like might pick up another 3. Feimster on the carry again. Third and short. Mountaineers keep the clock running. And that'll be close.
Yeah, I think he got it.
And that's enough for another Mountaineer.
First and 10, Kings Mountain. 4:15 and counting.
Mountaineers at the Cougar 38-yard line.
I feel like Thomas is limping. Hope he's all right. Michael Ward.
Ward swallowed up very quickly.
Tell you guys, we're about 5 or 6 deep.
I was just about to say.
I mean, we just keep throwing them at you.
I'm laughing not because I think it's
Right,
funny. I mean,
right.
it is. I mean, when you said the name, I almost didn't. I almost said, no, that's not Micah.
Yeah, that's Micah.
Yeah, it's Micah.
Yeah, we're 5 or 6 deep. I mean, we're so deep. He's where he was basically the second string running back after all the injuries. He's 6th string.
That's unreal.
I mean,
Pass right over the middle, caught. He's going to be short maybe 2 yards for a first down.
That's opened up right there by that run, by the runs
it is.
that we had prior to that.
Third and 3 for the Mountaineers.
Timeout, Asheville.
Timeout on the field.
Asheville will take a timeout. That's their first. Each team's got 2 left. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back here with more Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction.
Mountaineers lead at 24-0, barring anything strange happening. Mountaineers will go to 2-0 as they face Burns here Friday night. Another Cleveland County rivalry, and we'll get ready for hopefully a good packed house here at John Gamble Stadium. Mountaineers try to get Asheville to jump, and they do not do so. 7 seconds on the play clock. Handoff right up the middle. That's going to be a first down and then some. Michael Ward once again. If he's, gentlemen, if he's number 6 deep, where do I fall on the list?
Well, Jeff would probably put you close to that since he said you could have scored on that opening hole down there.
It's all love, all love.
Around the right side, trying to find some running room. Misses a block or 2.
Man, he just runs hard,
Down to
fellas.
the 25.
He runs hard. He runs so hard.
He does. Alex Jackson had a great backside block right there.
He did.
Call it 2nd and 3. Mountaineers done a great job just keeping that clock running, although he ran out of bounds there. Handoff once again right up the middle. He'll try to get maybe 1 or 2 on the second effort. Michael Ward again, the ball carrier. Handoff once again. Feimster. He'll be met in the backfield. Brings up a 4th down.
Coach Lloyd might let this run all the way down and take a timeout.
Right, that's what I'm thinking too.
Instead of going for the play. I don't see him
About
near
10
the official.
seconds on the play clock.
Oh, no.
But they run it. Back to throw.
Oh,
and intercepted. And out of bounds.
He just stepped in front of it.
He did.
Around the 38-yard line, 39. So Little John trying to make something happen out of nothing.
Yeah, he should have ate that and not even forced that. He'll learn. That's 2 forced passes that he had 2 interceptions. He should have never done it. So he'll learn though.
51 seconds to go here in this ball game. Now the Mountaineer defense trying to keep Asheville out of the end zone just so they can keep the goose egg. Plenty of running room, and that's a 1st down.
I just realized that the band's not played hardly in the 4th quarter, and I remembered it's because we've had the ball. They don't play usually we're on offense. It's the first time we've heard
Pick up
them
about
after the
4.
break.
.23 and counting. Back to pass through the end zone, looking for a receiver, and it is no good.
Number 14, that's the brother of Zoran Lanier. That's Sincere Lanier.
On the coverage, Sincere Lanier. And the receiver was T.J. Williams.
See if we can hold on for the shutout.
10 seconds to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts apiece. Right up the middle, some running room. He'll make it to maybe about the 12.
First down is going to come down 1 play.
See if we can hold him. We know he's going to throw it to the end zone. Oh, that's it.
They won't get to play off. So that is the ball game. Mountaineers will shut out the Asheville Cougars 24-0. We'll take just a quick break. We'll talk about the game upcoming and what we just witnessed here tonight. We'll be back right after this.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge, The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH.
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium, Drew Fulton, Craig Short, Lamont Littlejohn, Jeff Johnson. We witnessed the Mountaineers struggle at times against a really good Asheville defense. I want to give those guys credit. They did a fine job in preparing for this game.
I thought they played well. They kept them in the game throughout most of the game itself, and very impressive. Very impressed with their effort and how they played. That's a good team. They're going to do some good things this year.
As we get ready, I don't know if Jeff is still with us, if he can grab a comment or two from the head coach.
You want to do it and try it now? We'll do it after this.
Whenever you think you can get him, Jeff, we'll listen to we've got Burns coming into the stadium next week. They're playing Crest tonight. We'll look at that game after the conclusion of this one, see who wins there. Mountaineers will go 2-0 on this 2022 season as we get ready for Burns next week. It was a great game. I mean, as far as the offense looked good at times, we struggled against a good Asheville defense. Sometimes it looked like we come out flat, so it's hard to. We'll have to put everything in the rearview mirror and look at it for what it is, and get ready for Burns as they come into John Gebel next week. We'll take a quick break. We'll try to get just a word or two from Coach, and we'll be right back after this message.
The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Brinkley Financial Group, Flooring America, Dr. Brad Moffitt and Carolina Chiropractic, Butler's Outdoor Design, The Venue at Turkey Ridge, The Mountaineer football broadcast is sponsored by Dellinger's Jewel Shop, King Construction, Patriot Jacks Outfitters, Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain, JWH Contracting, Allen & Sons Construction.
Back here live at John Gebel Stadium, Drew Fulton along, and Mike, come over here. Put on that headset right there. Mike Hayes, a buddy of mine, he helped us out here in the press box tonight. Mike, you doing all right?
I'm doing great, man. It was a good game.
What year you graduated from here from Kings Mountain? What year?
1982.
82. A long-time Mountaineer fan. I see you on the road a lot. We get to see a lot of games here at John Gebel Stadium and on the road. Great game last week against Shelby. I seen you in the crowd, you and your wife.
Yeah, I enjoyed that game.
Let's just give a shout out to our in-game sponsors right now, Brinkley Financial Group. If you're planning for your future or send your kids to college, there's nobody that you should trust more than Brinkley Financial. Flooring America, hardwood, carpet, tile, laminated, vinyl flooring. Let the experts at Flooring America help you out. Carolina Chiropractic, schedule an appointment with Dr. Brad Moffitt. He can help you in a painful situation. Allen & Sons Construction, let David and Beth Allen help you with your construction project. Butler Outdoor Design, if it's maintaining or designing an outdoor space, there's nobody better than Butler's. Venue at Turkey Ridge, hands down the best venue for any event around here and around the Cleveland County or Gaston County area is the venue at Turkey Ridge. Dellinger's Jewel Shop, for over 127 years, there's only been one place to trust for your purchases or repairs, and that's Dellinger's Jewel Shop. King Construction, the top name in concrete construction, Jeremy King and King Construction. Patriot Jacks, clothing for the whole families. They got a great store. You need to go check them out, and all those hard-to-find gifts at Patriot Jacks. Campers Inn RV, the best sales service team around, trusted since 1966. That's Campers Inn RV. And JWH Contracting, John Hernan, he's a general contractor. He specializes in vintage home remodels. You can look them up on the web, just like I did, JWH Contracting. And thank you to all those sponsors for Mountaineer football. We're going to try to get maybe a word or two with head coach. Jeff is on the sidelines right after the team meeting that you see there. Burns will come in next week. Mountaineers will be 2-0. Cleveland County, big rivalry game, of course, with all the Cleveland County teams, and Burns usually has a good crowd show up. And a great time for you to come out, bring the family, and have a great time here at John Gamble Stadium.
All right, we'll be right here on the 50. Got Coach Lloyd, you with me?
We're here.
Okay, he's should be on the way. I lost him. All right, let me see if I can get him again.
Jeff, I'd run down there and help you, but according to your stats, I'd never make it.
I was waiting on you to come down.
Oh.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Coach Lloyd, dogfight. That was a good team we faced tonight. What do you?
Told you it was a good team. They got great size. I told you that's a tough group. They got excellent defense, and they made it hard on us. You know, we had too many points. I think our game would have went a little smoother had we been able to stay away. We just got behind the chains way too much, and that cost us trouble. Threw into coverage because of it, forced it a little bit because we was trying to pick up a lot of yardage. But, hey, we got some mistakes out of the way tonight. Watched some film. But that's a good win over them. We ran the ball good, made some plays, and passed the game late. 24-0, we're not going to whine about 24-0.
Of course not. I know we'll talk Monday night at the coaches show about adversity and how that builds as the season goes on. Let's talk about Burns coming next Friday night. Everything we saw, they were going to probably hold on for a win at Crest. First time in a long time tonight. They're coming in here next week. What do you think?
Oh, it's going to be one of our toughest games of the year. They're every bit as good as anybody. I mean, we'll have to play an excellent ball game next week to be right there with them. But I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited for the kids and our program next week. And I know the Kings Mountain faithful will be here in full force, ready to watch us play. And I believe we'll play well, and I believe it'll be a great game.
Coach, I know you'll enjoy it tonight, and tomorrow we'll get ready for Burns. And know that we're continuing to lift up Jake and family.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Have a good night.
Jeff, thank you very much. We're going to sign off here. Thank you so much for tuning in to us. We want to thank everybody to make the broadcast possible. Jeff Johnson, myself, Drew Fulton, my son, A.J. Fulton, up on the camera tonight, Lamont Littlejohn, Craig Short, the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club, all the sponsors, head coach Greg Lloyd, and Kevin Cruz. Thank you so very much. We will see you Monday night, Coach's Show, 6:30, so make sure you tune in then. Thank you very much.